And by big I mean wide. Wide. Wider is better. And this time on the way back, don't turn around, go backwards. Keep the feet facing forwards, don't be tempted to turn the feet out. Hey Kai, straighten your back up a little bit. Yeah, good, perfect. I apologise to your glutes, but I'm not really sad. Alright, and as you return, anyone want to offer up how that felt?
There's some muscles which have not been touched yet.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling that
Yeah, it's like doing some, like lunges.
Yeah, lunge, squat, same movement.
getting the feeling that warming up the hamstrings might be an idea.
Oh.
No, this is a warm-up. What you're doing now is a warm-up.
Everyone please remember to keep hydrated. Good idea.
Yeah, this is definitely a warm-up movement. You're not going to injure yourself doing this. This is not an active exercise. This is definitely a warming-up style, smooth activity.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't mean it's easy. Warming up is not the same as easy.
It's
I
interesting.
found going back, it was significantly easier if I lowered my back more. But I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
don't do that.
I can tell you why that is. That's to do with the tightness on your hips.
Yeah,
What that's doing is pushing your pelvis, so your temptation is to rock forward.
yeah,
So as you straighten that out, you'll feel all down the quads, etc. grab.
yeah.
It's harder.
It was actually really interesting watching you reset from.
I'll get this from that because you went from here to there
Yeah,
and back down.
yep,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, so there's a good way to check in on that basic, is to just do a quick alignment of yourself and go, I'm standing like this. Okay, if I reset, what do I do? First I square up my back and then I squat down. Oh, that's a very different position. Different muscles all playing now. And yes, squats and lunges is the best exercise to do this. And again, I'm not pretending to be prolific and a master at this. I'm not. But yeah, but there's something really important in that message, and it was something I was hoping you'd sort of discover. Remember we talked about the basics as efficiency? Why does everyone know a squat? Why is that an exercise? Yeah. It's natural, yeah. Why is it natural? What's special about a squat? Like, why couldn't I just do this instead? You know, it's like a squat, feels comfortable. Why don't I exercise like that instead?
Bend with your knees or lift with your knees, not
Why? Why?
so you don't screw up the back.
Why?
You're working your muscles, not your bones.
Yeah, it's basically that's how your body's designed. And a lot of the time that comes as a surprise to people, particularly office-based people, that basic things like squats. I didn't know how to do a squat 2 years ago, I'm not joking. A friend showed me a squat and went, is that a squat? You know, so, you know, it's not that uncommon for people to get later on and still not know some really absolute fundamental basics of movement. But yeah, the basic squat, you know, bum out. Whoa, I'm gonna fall down. You know, basic squat here, right? Why would I want to be able to do that thing? What's special about that movement?
Using the most out of your leg muscles.
Bam, there it is. You got these huge, great leg muscles here. Their whole job is to lift your body up, right? And then how do people these days like to lift things off the ground?
Back. Yeah.
These tiny little muscles, yeah? So this movement, you can pick something up really heavy, whoa, and you'll find you're actually very strong. But there's all these supporting muscles, there's all this technique that comes with that. The first time you try, you'll be like, whoa, right? You know that feeling? So there's that control idea that as you get comfortable in the movement, the control comes with it. So yeah, squats, lots of them. All right, so there's alignment. So I've got one more drill, and then. Do you know how to do a squat?
Does everyone?
Okay, that's a good point.
I like to think that I do.
Yeah. Do I know
I
how
thought
to do
I
a
did,
squat?
and then I joined the gym, and they're like, no.
Now let's all do some squats. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do with my belt, isn't it?
So what's some fundamentals to
So-
squats? I can see it's really hard with armor.
I think bum out is a big one.
So what
It's
you
like as
don't
if you're,
want,
like, bum
see my
out
knees?
sitting on something.
This is really important. Your knees should not extend over your foot like that. So what you're trying to do is push your bum into the ground, not rock forward.
It's as if you're presenting your butt.
Yeah, present.
Present your butt, like
Thanks,
actually
Mel.
like, push
Yeah,
it
now I
out.
feel like comfortable doing it.
Yeah, okay, so actually, yeah, it looks like most of you don't know how to do a squat, which is okay. Don't stress
And you
about
put
that.
your hands out so you don't.
Yeah, put your hands out helps.
Because otherwise you do get that.
So Callum, you're currently doing like a this thing. That's not a squat. Like a squat. Feet forwards, shoulder width apart. And then as you go down, watch your knees. That's how I do it. Watch your knees. Don't let your knees come forward. Just keep them behind, and you'll feel it go into, as you say, present your tail. Yeah. Ah, that's better, Callum.
It helps if we make sure
Yeah,
it's.
sure.
You're about to sit down.
Yeah, go on.
Alright.
Yeah, knees still coming a little bit forward, but yeah, that's not bad. Now I need to test to see if I can do that.
Yeah, it gives you a bit of.
Yeah, okay, so what you're trying to do is you're trying to just touch your bum onto the thing and stand back up. So you just touch, without your knees coming forward. Touch.
Yeah, I mean, too much fun.
He's busy sweating here. Yeah, cool.
Squat helper.
So there you go. You can go and watch some YouTube videos. There's lots of different ways, but that's a basic, and it translates into your ability to move. If you have really strong muscles, you can get really low, down here somewhere, and then stand back up. If you have very weak ones, you'll find you sort of get to here and go, oh, and start shaking. But that's okay. Right. So I've got one more drill, and then we'll do some fighty stuff. So this last drill I just made up on the right here, so I don't know how well this is going to work. But the idea is not just that you can move and maintain the balance, but that you're in control of your balance while you do that. So how are we going to test for that? The idea I've got in mind, I'll grab Nick, and I've got a sore back, so be kind. We're going to push hands like this, apply a little bit of pressure to each other. And we're going to do that same drill. So we're going to put one leg down, we're going to touch each side. So you get, as we take a step, now make the feet mirror, so switch them around. Okay, so I'm going to take a step back, Nick's going to take a step forward. We should try and maintain the same pressure on our hands. You ready? Step. Good. Step. Now we don't want to start bobbing as we do it, right? We want to stay low. We want to be able to keep that pressure. If we go the other way, right? Keep that pressure. When we get really comfortable, the idea I've got in mind is one person is actually steering and the other person's following. So Nick's going to steer and I'm going to see if I can actually do this. So mirror feet. So you step either way and I've got to try and maintain this pressure without bobbing. Yep. See that? So I'm basically relying on, I can see a little bit of the movement, but I'm relying on the pressure to my hands to dictate what my legs do.
Like fighting in close helmet.
And if you were concentrating just doing the drill, this is going to test how much is actually absorbed. If you find they just disappear, there's lots of practice to be done. If you can just maintain that pressure, you probably know this well. So pair up, someone the same height.
Yeah.
Work it out.
Get in. Think you're about.
It's not going to matter that much, so. So find a space, and you could potentially turn, but I think just keep it in a straight line for tonight. And to start with, just practice going upwards, backwards and forwards. Don't turn into the game yet. Just one, forwards 4 steps, backwards 4 steps, sort of thing.
I think I've taken bigger steps. So. let's swap. Okay.
So keep those feet facing forwards, Conrad. As you focus on maintaining the balance, your feet are turning out.
Turning.
So turning like a V shape, turning the toes are going outwards.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And as you get more comfortable, you can speed up as well.
Yeah, it's from here.
Or you can put more pressure on. That's another good way to check. Really get some pressure going between the two people. Try to push them down as you step. I remember that on the drive. All right, everyone, swap partners. Go one around.
Yeah, good. Pretty much the same.
Yeah, that works.
Just more work. Doing heaps of testing at the moment, which is
Okay.
good. It's stuff that I've not really
Oh, sorry. Yes.
had to do before, but it's quite repetitious, so that's good. Like, I'm doing actually more, it's like more the back end of the computer, like the JS stuff, like we're changing, upgrading servers and changing our databases and things like that. And that shit that happens and I just deal with the with the end result. So I'm just testing because we're finally upgrading to Windows 10. So then we've just got a whole heap of shit we have to check compatibility. Times actually goes really fast.
Everyone loves test plans.
I actually don't mind it because it's
Yeah, it only knock you off one side. So got a bit of hair speed up.
and what you've got to get.
Okay, let's hop around. Yep.
You almost have a leader. So that's what we used to do. Okay, so you then go. Gotta move more left and right.
So when that's feeling good, try moving left and right as well.
Okay, so shall we?
All right, change partners one last time. So,
He's cheating.
so the last step of this drill is so simple. Let's take away one sense. So let's shut our eyes.
Yep.
And do the same thing, but swap partners. So when you haven't, I mean, forward. Yeah.
Have you been doing switches?
I'm back.
And they're trying to hit the
I'm back.
same. One of them walks away. Yeah, Vin, go the other way now. Vin, go the other way before you walk into the wall.
You're running out of room.
Or turn him around as something. So
Nikolai and Vin move in a different direction.
yeah, hit the wall.
Do you want to leave?
It's just
ready?
Yep. I am ready.
Yeah, so the idea is that the control of the movement isn't compromised when and then the last part of it, they shut their eyes.
I just need to take the humongous ones and you need to take the small.
Going back and forth.
Yeah, but you finished your foot in the wrong place. My eyes are open.
Moving
I
it
can't
to
close.
with a
Alright.
stick instead of
I'll
metal.
leave.
You make it arm and all different and then have to follow it.
And then you can't hold the stick as the last thing, so it's just sitting there. Right, so you have to walk and keep the stick on your hand.
I'll look at that.
Hesitated. You picked up on that.
Come back in.
There was at least one section there where we lost.
Come back in.
Synchro-
Come back in. Don't worry, you can
we
keep doing this.
It's hard when you lose.
in
Were
between
you,
fights.
had your eyes closed or?
I had my eyes closed.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so
That
how
makes
did
it
that go?
hard.
Easy.
Tricky.
Tricky.
We were
What happened?
well. We were trying to do eyes closed with so like. If I start, then I put pressure on, and you kind of keep pressure on, but like neutrally.
Yeah.
And you go forward, and then it's Cormac's choice to apply pressure back, and that means we're going the other direction.
right, yeah.
And then so it goes back to neutral, and then so it kind of goes back and forth when you choose to. But we had our eyes closed, and we did lose synchronization a couple of times.
It wasn't so bad though, because we lost synchronization, but we maintained a reasonably even pressure.
Yeah.
So we were probably bouncing up and down, but
Because that's something to think about. Is wherever you're at now is just where you're at. I can tell you all categorically, there's a lot of improvement that could be made.